Hello everyone, my name is Letice Harris, and I just wanted to go over some guide dog things with you guys. So, we're going to be talking about several things here, and one is guide dog training, guide dog training program, and then we're going to talk about the methods, guide dog methods. Part 2, we're going to talk about skills guide dogs learn. And 2 things guide dogs can't do. I'm reading this with one hand. Then positive collar cues. Okay, we're going to talk about all of that. So let's talk about after the puppies see their puppy raisers, after they go through their first training, which is, sit down, stay, come, all that stuff before they become a guide dog, because they have to stay in the puppy home for a while. And after the puppy raises thinks that the guide dogs are ready, they do a test to see if they are ready for the next step. And if they are, they go to the guide dog school. So, guide dog training. So after the dogs return to the school, they are ready to lead a blind person. The school has instructors who has the skills to teach these dogs how to lead someone. Then the dog's training program maximizes the use of positive reinforcement methods. We want positive reinforcement methods, not negative. We want our dogs to strive and to be successful. We want them to learn new things because these dogs are extremely smart, including science-based clicker training. And we're going to talk about that too. Guide dogs take their cues and directions from their human partner. It is up to the person to determine the routes they take. And they have to be safe. Street crossings. You have to know what street you're crossing. And through repetition, they may remember the routine or route. But it is still up to the handler's job to know where they are at all times. You really don't want to mislead your guide dog somewhere that he or she doesn't know. So you must know where you're going at all times, including directions in the streets and the corners that you will be going to. That's very important. And that you must know the direction. You must know if you have a favorite store that you would like to go to, find a good marker. There's got to be something special about your destination. And you can pick that when you go to your destination, whether it be, a garbage can, a Pacific bench, or a plant, or smell. For the candy store, it's the candy. if that's where you want to go. Okay? So the other thing that we're going to talk about here is some of the skills guide dogs learn. They learn so many skills. One of the skills is leading a person in a straight line from point A to point B. That's it. That's all.
Alert. Low battery. 20%. Low power mode. Close. Button. 5 minutes.
2.
35 seconds.
Stopping from all changes in elevation, including curbs and stairs. 3. Stopping for overhead obstacles such as tree limbs. We must stop at tree limbs. Avoiding obstacles in their path. So with the tree limbs and obstacles in their way, they must stop. For tree limbs, sometimes they are above the dog, so sometimes it's hard for the dog to look up. So when the dog runs you into something, stop at that moment, redirect your dog, say, grab the end of the tree if you can, or branch, shake it a little bit and say, careful. And then maybe take a step back and have them reapproach the obstacle. And if they stop, reward them with a treat or a good boy, good girl, Juno. And if you see your dog's tail wag, that means they understand. Now, the 2 things that guide dogs can't do that we wish they could do is 1, they can't determine the route to a destination. Okay? That's our job. Okay? And then they can't read traffic signs. The GDB dog training methods. Here we go. Our dogs are trained with positive, reinforcement methods that uses high value rewards of both food and praise. We want our dogs to be pleased. Praise, food, they love food, and verbal effects, positive color cues. So with the rewards and methods, when your dog does something that he or she loves, for instance, going down to the damn curb, give him a kibble. If they walk you around an obstacle into maybe it could be a bench, you can reach down and pet your dog and say, good boy, good girl, Juno, and give them a treat. Now, sometimes you don't always have to have a treat with you. They just love that praise. Good boy, good girl. And give them a pat on the head or a scratch behind the ears. You did a great job, Juno. Keep it up. Good girl, good boy. Now, along with that comes the clicker part. So the clicker part is where you're training your dog to find a specific, maybe it's a bench, maybe it's a table, maybe it's a bus pole. And so you want to show them the obstacle, you want to show them the item with the clicker in hand. It's best to have your right hand free so that you can give your dog the reward. So once your dog looks at the bench or bus pole, click and reward and say good boy. Then you want to take a step back and do the same routine. Then you tell your dog forward and he or she finds it. Then you can take a step back again and a lot further so that they have to work for it. It could be from a different direction. And our dogs love to be praised and they love their work. So please make sure that you give your dogs good direction and good positive reinforcement. You don't want to reward bad behavior. And if they don't do it, then you don't give them that treat or that pat. Okay? That shows that they have to redirect and rework that area. So with SCORE, I am teaching, I have taught him how to find, here in Vancouver, these buses have cards that you have to swipe. It's called a card swiper. And so I had to teach SCORE how to find the card swiper on the bus and off the bus. Divine that's the only place in the mall that they have, and there's 2 places at the mall. It's a card swiper. And every bus has a card swiper, and it's usually to your right, except for the Divine bus has a card swiper on the left. Outside of the bus, there is a card swiper. So I asked, where do you find it? I got good direction. I told my dog, Ford, let's find the card swiper. And sometimes you may have to use different words, so associate with their learning. Once SCORE can find it, I will click and reward and say, good boy, let's do it again, until he knows how to find it from a different direction. I also showed SCORE how to find the bus bench of the bus 32. So please keep your positive reinforcement voice and reward your dog when he or she does good. Don't reward bad behavior. Take care. And if you have any more suggestions about this video, about any of this, whether it be skills for the guide dogs or blindness issues, etc., please don't hesitate to give me a call or send a text or Facebook, what have you. Have a good night. Talk to everyone really soon and be safe. Take care. Bye.
Viewfinder. Take picture. Stop recording video.